Hey y'all, it's Dalanie.
And it's Katie, and this is Classically Black Podcast,
where we talk all things classical music and being black in the profession.
With trap beats playing in the background. You missed us?
So we back.
Happy New Year's.
Right. Bringing illiteracy into the new year?
Always.
Always?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we're back. 2026. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. It doesn't feel like it, though.
Yeah. It kind of does. I don't know.
Does it? It was a whirlwind.
It's
been a whirlwind. I'm grateful for it, but it's been...
I put up my Christmas tree on Christmas
Day?
Night.
What?
Because I said, I was like, by hell high water, I will put this Christmas tree up. And when I got home from my grandma's house, I put it up.
You know what? There you go. I'm not judging.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's, I put it up and I took it down on maybe the second or third. I don't know. I was just like, I said that, and would it have made sense? Did it make a ton of sense? Not really. Although there was a reason why I wanted to put it up. I still had presents to wrap and stuff like that. So there was a reason why I'm glad I put it up. It wasn't decorated as much as it would be if I had really put a whole lot into it, but it went into one of my what I found out was one of my goals last year that we set.
Oh, period.
Thing. So I said I did it, and I did it. So anyway, this is the New Year's episode. If this is your first one, it is an unstructured episode where we talk about our goals that we made in public last year and reflect on those and talk about our new ones. So last year's goals.
Delaney just told me mine. So
to be fair, you were embodying them anyway, so
I ended up doing them because she asked me before we started recording if I was doing bingo, and I haven't gotten bingo. I did twice in a year, and I haven't gotten bingo. Now, some of them are lofty things, so it's like I did, but we'll see. Maybe I'll still make a bingo chart. I was supposed to, but we really getting into the territory where it's no longer New Year's. So we'll see. I'll probably do that today. I'll have a deadline today, but we'll see. But
I feel like
where does New Year's end?
I mean, we a weekend. I feel like the first because we still haven't done our.
Oh, we gotta do a vision board.
Our what?
Which one do I want to pick?
Oh, yeah, our vision board. Right. And I feel like I haven't usually been that person, but I'm like, get these off.
I try something new because I'm a very big New Year's Eve cleaner. I want to go into I do all my laundry. I do all. And so, but normally I normally keep my tree up because I like looking at it. It's pretty. But I took it down New Year's Eve, and I think it's gonna be my new thing. Taking the tree down as well. Because I'm like, yeah, Christmas is over.
I think that's why I'm like. I mean, my appointment is on Friday. I think I might do what my grandma does and keep my tree up, but have it be seasonal. Because she has a Halloween tree, a Thanksgiving tree, birthday tree.
My former first lady did that. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, and one of my sorority sisters did that too. It was like, girl. I think people were making fun of I remember I was one of the people making fun of her because we went to her house and it's March and the tree's still up. So then in April she just put some eggs in it. She was like, girl, now it's an Easter tree.
That's literally how it happened with my grandma. So I was like, you know what? I might. It will depend on the setup and stuff. If it looks whatever. I might not feel like doing that. But we'll see. That's a big tree too. That's really why I was like, I might just keep this up. Not here, but in general, because that tree is big and heavy. The one that I have.
So. I just have a cute little one and take my. When did I put it? I put it up late too, because considering the fact that we left here around the 18th, 17th, 18th. So I think I put it up around the 10th or so. I'm just like, I love Christmas, and I just have been coming more and more to terms with the fact that it's not gonna feel how Christmas felt, and I do a lot to make Christmas feel like I gotta see Christmas Carol. I didn't go to the ballet this year. I went to something. I don't remember what. Oh yeah, I went to Debbie Allen's, which was still a ballet. It was just Debbie Allen's ballet. But I'm just like, I like the festive season, but it makes things feel at least really feel like something.
That's really what my goal was, and I feel like it didn't feel much like that. We'll try again this year, but that's why I was like, I'm going to put my tree up.
Why did you wait so late?
Why did I? Okay, to be fair, when I really would have put it up was when that weekend that we were out of town. That's when I would have put it up. So I lost like 4 days on that. I was exhausted when we got back. So then right after that, it was the 21st. It was the 21st. I hadn't gone shopping for what I was making for Christmas yet. So did that. I was trying to clean before the end of the year and stuff. Like, so I did a lot of cleaning in my room. I got rid of like some clothes and stuff. I was doing all that. And then on Christmas Day, there was a couple things that just like converged on the that last few days before that. I was just like, whatever. And I turned on a Christmas movie. What is it? When the Grinch Stole Bitchmas.
Okay, Nikki told me about that, and I was like, that's not a real thing.
Oh, it's on Tubi. I made it 4 minutes and 26 seconds in.
You should have committed to the bid. It was that bad.
Katie, I have to show you the clip. I posted on my Instagram story. I was because I wanted to show people. I was like, if I know anything about me, I'm cutting this off at 5 minutes. And I almost made it to 5 minutes. And I put on my story like, this is what did it. It was insane. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't. It was too much.
Because I asked, has you, because there's like a Grinch that went viral. His name's like Nick.
Oh, yeah.
He's so, what's my favorite?
No, that's my favorite one.
He's so funny. And so I'm telling you, I was like, Nikki, you heard of it? And she was like, the Grinch that stole. I'm like, what? What is that? She's like, girl's on Tubi. And I know Nikki did not watch it. Knowing Nikki, she did not watch it. So
like, I remember seeing the like a picture of like, the cover or whatever. And then I was like, you know what? While I put my tree up, I'm gonna turn this on. I was like, I'm gonna cut this.
Why would you turn that on to put the tree on?
Christmas?
No. I actually surprisingly didn't watch many Christmas movies. I wasn't really in the mood this year, and I wanted to like lean into that instead of forcing it. So I think I watched like 2, because normally I'm deep in there. I watched like 2. It was cool. But like when you put up the Christmas tree, it's supposed to be like cozy. I did put my favorite thing to do. The Samara Joy Christmas album is so. I put that on while I was putting my tree up, but not no trifling Tyler Perry adjacent. Like what y'all get? Well, y'all get whatever y'all got for turning that on.
All right. I was tired. I was trying to stimulate. I don't know, my brain. It was stimulated to get up and turn it off. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's what happened. So, but it's 2026 now.
And what a doozy is. It hasn't been a doozy, actually. Last year was way worse. The start, I mean.
Oh, January last year was insane.
It was insane.
The city was on fire.
That was insane.
The inauguration. Please.
The fact that it's only been a year, that's so crazy. It hasn't even been a year yet. It hasn't even been a year yet.
The inauguration was on the 20th last year.
My uncle was like, and we're just getting started.
Yeah. Anyway.
I know, I feel optimistic. I love New Year. Like it's like my favorite holiday. Christmas is my favorite holiday, but like that fresh start, that like, okay, what we finna do with the year? Like, I don't know. I just love this time of year so much.
Well, luckily we have a clean slate, because last year we got shitted on real quick, but it's only the 7th. Oh, and to answer your question, I feel like January pretty much basically the whole thing in the new year. Like,
no, I feel like after MLK.
Yeah, maybe the last week and a half. It's like, okay, we here now.
Yeah.
But I just feel like because there's just so many different things. I haven't picked a word of the year. I had a word of the year one year, but like I do a song of the year, and then this year I'm doing bingo, I'm doing book bingo, it's like there's just so much. And then you want to do like you're doing all the not frivolous, but like all the fun stuff, the bingo stuff, whatever. But then you also want to zoom in and do your for real, you and your journal type goals. So it's like it's just so much to do at the beginning of the year. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna spread it out so that I don't feel like if I haven't done it in the first week, now my new year already ran away and I can't do my, like I remember one year I think I did my vision board like in the middle of the year. No, last year I said I was gonna do it and I didn't get around to it. And it was like March, but it's like I still have my vision.
Yeah, I wait for the word of the year to come to me. And last year my word was action, and the way that like came to fruition, I don't tell my business like that.
Here you go.
But I really don't. I just feel like obviously no one can really badmine you. Sorry, what's people know what that means. No one can really badmine you over what God has for you, but like I just prefer this to
No, it's not that. It's we know.
People might be new listeners. I don't like telling my business. But I have the way it came to fruition was like so cool. So I wait for a word to come to me. Some years I don't have a word. I had one last year, and my word last year was action, which I feel like I could have done a little bit more action. But it's really the systems. You need to have systems in place to take action, which is what I realized. But yeah, we rocking and rolling. We not stressing. Shout out to Courtney Cooks. This is a lady I follow. She is so cute, and she not MAGA, because that was the first thing. I was like, I hate finding a creator and be like, okay, we gotta figure out what she got going on. And there was a comment. Someone was like, "Girl, I love you. Are you MAGA?" She was like, "Girl, no." And I was like, okay. She be eating all them weird, like, she's the one who be taking a sweet potato and sticking the cheese inside. Have you seen her? Me and Dalanie on 2 different apps. But anyway, she always be like, "We're not stressing." I'm like, yeah. While I actively stress, we're not stressing. Period. Somebody knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well,
you go first. The youth shall lead.
Okay.
I don't even have. How many goals we doing? 3? Or we're reflecting on the ones from last year. Oh, okay, that gives me time too.
Yeah. Well, my first one from last year was to reduce my screen time, which, you know what, I meant to check. First of all, I already know I didn't do how much. I'm still on my phone too much. So I know I didn't. I don't know if I concretely though achieve that goal or not. Like I don't know, because I can check my screen time on my phone to see if it was less in 2025. I just don't know. I mentioned that before we started, but I do know it wasn't enough, and it wasn't what I was planning. So yeah, that's my first one.
I don't remember mine. My first one was to have more fun.
Mm-hmm.
I have fun.
More fun than 2024?
Yeah. I was outside.
Oh yeah, because you was in what's her name for the first half of 2024, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a great time. Time was had. Also, it was a good year. Like I know a lot of people struggle with 2025, so I'm not gonna talk about how good of a time I had. But my friend got married. I traveled a bunch. Like, yeah, it was good.
Okay. I'm gonna check my second one. My second one was to be more proactive. I think I was more proactive. I definitely got more done in 2025. Like in general. Again, it's one of those that's like not there yet. That was one of my more general goals that I wanted to, like, it would encompass a lot of other things in life that I wanted to improve on that could all be boiled down to just being more proactive. I still have some procrastination habits and stuff like that, but there's been many moments. There were many moments in 2025 where I'm like, girl, let me just get up and do it. So,
yay,
pretty good.
One of mine was to write more. Did I write more in 2025? Not in the way that I thought I would, because I wanted to leave 2025 with 12 pilots, and
Jesus,
because it takes me, like, honestly, from conception to 30 pages, honestly, only takes me like a month. That's why I was like, I could write 12 pilots in a year, but I don't need 12 pilots. And I think that's when I got like at the quarter way, I'm like, I don't need 12 pilots. I need 2 really polished.
That's what I was gonna ask, because I was like, from that to 30 pages is like your first draft, or like
that's my first draft.
I see.
Yeah. If and not even really, I really could probably write 30 pages in a week, which is what I normally do. I sit around and I'm like, what do I want them to do? And I just write it, and then I'll like take it to my writing group, and I'll like think about like how can this be better, and I'll like tweak stuff, and then whatever. That's why I was kind of like, because my first pilot I wrote in like 2 weeks. Yeah, I think I wrote that in 2 weeks. But the revision part, getting pages and pages of notes, and then submitting that to a film festival, and then I got a second round of notes. So I think, and then I got a third round of notes. And I think like that pilot, my first pilot is probably like 90% done now. My second pilot, he basically called me illiterate. But like in a different sense, because it was like the story's good, but you didn't tell it right. So I have to, that's probably like 45%. So I feel like once I realized that, I polished my first pilot. I wrote a short, and I wrote a pilot. I think that's great. I think that's fine for where I'm at. Mm-hmm. And I abandoned a feature. Did I abandon it or? Yeah, them niggas. Oh, sorry. That's the first episode of the year. Yeah, they was like, yeah, girl. The idea. I was working on a feature. The idea is good. It's just the execution that I'm just like, I don't even know. That's going to have to be put away for a second. Mm-hmm. I did write more, but not in the way that I thought. Is my point. That I don't need. It doesn't need to be export. It needs to be. I need like 2 to 3 projects that are polished.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, because you just simply don't need quantity. Mm-hmm. You just don't need it. But I was like, for what? Literally for what? So no, I feel good about. I wish I wrote a little bit more, but I do feel good about what I put out.
Okay. My last one is kind of meta, actually. Was to keep promises to myself, because it's like, so my resolution is to keep my resolutions, basically. Like, which again is kind of a middle one. Like, again, a lot of there's some stuff that still procrastinating, but there's a lot of stuff that I showed up for. Like I was gonna do. I don't know what happened. As soon as I took a break at the end of the year, it was like everything full stop. Can't get out of bed. No bonnet off. No, all of that. Like it just was like once you stop moving, and it's just like now I feel like I can't start again. So I didn't get to do. I mean, I can still do it, but I'm not going to. It's not that deep. I was gonna do like a wrapped for the content that I made. But I did want to know how much, and TikTok makes that hard, so I had to actually count, and I made 487 TikToks last year.
That's a lot.
And that's why I was like,
I made like 6 a week, maybe 4 a week. I don't know how you doing.
I mean, I should have done your stuff, because your stuff is doing really well. I mean, my stuff is, it'll get there whenever it gets there, but I feel like
that's a lot. It's a really good.
Yeah, I mean that. So I'm proud of that, and I hope I'm looking forward to the payoff. And I feel like I go back and forth because I don't want people to think that I'll give my stuff, like I don't got no stuff. Like it's happening, and it's whatever, and it's at whatever pace it's supposed to be at. It does feel like, what was I gonna say? Dang, I lost it. Well, one of the things I was going to say was like, yeah, there's a lot of areas in my life that I'm showing up in a way that I wasn't before. So to be able to say like, there's a lot of people for whatever reason. Oh, that's what I was going to say. There's a lot of people who are like, I want to do the content thing or whatever, but I just can't like keep up with making videos or something like that. And there are many reasons why that could be true. Some people, you going through enough in your life, you can't, TikTok not your priority, whatever. But then there's also the like, oh, I want to be a content creator. What should I make content about? And it's just like, that's the stuff that be like, you don't want to be, you want to, whatever. Cause like, oh, that's what I was going to say. I don't want it to sound like I'm just so like grumpy about it, but like, because really what you should do the stuff that you like and would be doing anyway. And that's what I'm doing. I do think like, yeah, would I be getting my little figures and stuff like that anyway? Yes, I wouldn't be setting up a camera and doing the lighting and all that stuff. There is some stuff on top of it. But I just wanted to like be clear about that. Like, I'm still doing stuff that I like, and I wouldn't have made 487 videos if if I didn't like it. Yeah, like that would have been really hard to do. Yeah, if I didn't like it, and that's not even YouTube. I started a new YouTube channel, which I get a little with myself about starting new stuff, because then it's like you been old stuff. But like I started a new YouTube channel, and I actually post the videos on it. And one of my big goals, and this is all under the keeping promises to myself, because like I said, there's some stuff I didn't. This is the stuff that I did. One of the things I'm really, really proud of in 2025 is my hair. Everybody knows I hate doing my hair. I made it a goal in 2025 to be patient, to learn some stuff, to whatever. And I did a hair wrap, and I included the things that didn't go well as well. And some of it was like just funny, like my hair when I took off that head at the Cowboy Carter concert, whatever. But like I did a lot of different hairstyles, and I'm taking my nails off in February to try some other stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, that was my last one.
What's my last one?
Play more viola.
Oh, and I did play a lot of viola. I ventured into pop music as well. I had a good time with the viola. I was playing at the farmer's market for a little bit.
So you didn't tell nobody? I gotta start, and I have your location. I'm just about to start showing up. I'm about to start showing up. Katie V, you got a double life, a triple life, maybe.
Yeah. So exciting. But I was worried. There's a video probably going around somewhere. I was playing
at the farmers market. Which farmers market? The Crenshaw?
No, I'm not gonna say. Don't flip on me. I haven't been in a while, and I'm gonna think through it about what I want to do with that, because I do want the point of playing at the farmers market was, 1, to get more gigs, and 2, to get over myself, because I have all of this training and I have all of this school and I have all of this debt. And if it's not Bach or an excerpt, I can't play it. And I don't like that. So now there's a video of me somewhere, God forbid, of me playing Overjoyed. And just when it got a little hard, it came all up in my face.
Now I gotta be on this Overjoyed farmers market.
But yeah, it was not what I thought it was gonna be. It was not what I thought it was gonna be. But I had a good time. I was stressed out because I was like, when you look at it's not a lead sheet, but it's like the vocal line, and it's like, and by the end of it, like the last one I did before it got really rainy in LA, the last one I did, like I was like improvising a little bit, because I'm just like, these people don't even know, and it's like, it's true, like they just don't know. So it's like Amari and Tyler and Aurora, mainly Aurora be on them calls, wanting to go through the screen and take me by my neck and just go like that, love you girl. But it's like them 3 people, especially Aurora, who was like, you need to get over it, you need to get over yourself. So I didn't think it was gonna be that, but I'm cool with it for now. Yeah. And it wasn't, especially like, it was way more easy for me to get over myself once I started bringing my girl out there. Like once I got a rental viola, like a rent-to-own, like mid-tier viola. That made me feel a lot better, because now we in the sun and then my stuff ain't out there. Mm-hmm. So now I really don't have to worry about that and worry about playing. But yeah, I'm like, I've been doing all this stuff and really trying to balance where viola fits into my life, because to be honest, like I remember I was talking to Nikki about this yesterday, about like, what would have happened if I never went to grad school and I kept teaching? I would not have kept teaching. I would have gotten to where I am eventually, whether the long way or whatever. And it's coming to terms that like, I once wanted something that I no longer want. Mm-hmm. I love the viola. I love playing. I love teaching. That's why I still do so much of it. And just coming to terms of like, I don't want this out of my life. So how do I make it fit? And it was fun. A couple of hours on Saturday. Why not?
I feel like I'm in a parasocial relationship with Katie.
What do you mean, sister? Come.
Y'all the same amount of sister I am. We find out at the same time. Is that your real name? No, actually.
You said what?
I was about to say, is that your real name? No, actually.
What?
It's Catherine. Or so I believe.
Who knows? Dun, dun, dun.
All
right. I'm always on the side quest.
It's true.
I'm always doing something.
Before we get to the new goals, so you thinking about doing bingo, right?
I'm thinking about doing bingo. Yeah.
I am doing bingo. I made one. I made 2 bingos. I have a book bingo and
Did you do a book bingo last year?
I did one in 2024. I didn't do 2025.
Did you get bingo?
I did. But I can't remember if I got bingo counting 1 square per book, or I think I did. I definitely got it counting.
Like if they multiple.
Yeah, I definitely got it that way. And I think I got it 1 square per book as well. But this year, I want to try to clear the whole board. So that's 24 books, which is more than I usually read. I didn't read a lot last year.
I read 2 books last year. The year before that, I read 34.
That's so crazy, because when I was going back to the last episode, you said you was going to try 30 again.
I tried. It wasn't clicking. So I listened to it. I listened to that. I'm not going to force it.
It was something about last year, because same.
Yeah. 2 books. I read A Kennedy Ryan, which is always a good idea. And that book that I hobbled through.
Because the way.
Maybe she's what did. No, I read Kennedy Ryan after. I was going to say, maybe she ruined it.
I think I read, if I count, one of my friends said he don't count manga. I'm like, Nigga,
See, that's why people don't want to read and whatever. Like,
no, but he only reads manga. He's like, that's not really. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It's a book.
It's a book.
Like, whatever. But if I count the Attack on Titan manga, and I have the omniverse version, which is 3 volumes and 1 big book. If I count that as 1 book, then I read 7 books. But if I count them, like whatever, because in my story graph they counted it as 1 because I guess the pages are different because of there's like little things in between the volumes and stuff like that. But if I count that as 3 books, and I read 9, I guess. Now I will say I already finished my first book of the year. I finished it on the I finished it on the 2nd. I started it on the 31st, and I finished it on the 2nd. It was that book that I bought in the airport that was supposed to be my Christmas book, but I got all the stuff I got behind on Christmas, so then I ended up.
See, my Christmas book, I don't think I got halfway. I knew at home wasn't gonna be restful. My home life has changed. My Evanston life has changed a bit. Like, my grandma just needs a little bit more. You need to be in her face a little bit more. She really don't like that whole you sitting upstairs type of stuff. Because I live in a 2 flat, and she's like, so I could be down here dead. And I'm like, all right. So, and also the timing. My mom was off work a lot, so like I'm not gonna be hobbled up in my room. So yeah, I think I got halfway, and I'm not gonna read it on the way home. On the way home is the 29th.
Well, you was trying to read that one, but when we were reading that book on the plane.
Yeah, I was supposed to get so much reading done on the plane. We talked basically the whole way to St. Louis and reading that nigga's diary.
We got that. That's a book. There was somebody next to us with a journal. We was like,
and we were like, and then in 2024, I'm like, we so nosy.
It was a big old journal. If it was really that secret, you would not have it out.
Why you got your diary on the plane in coach? Row 29. You don't care. And it's Southwest, so we like this. I'm gonna be. Who said it? Was it Jay Jordan? Was it Jay Jordan who was like, if you don't got a privacy screen on your phone, it's kind of like you want people to. You got your deepest, darkest thoughts, and Dalanie saw more than me. I thought you couldn't see. I'm right next to him. She's like, yeah, he doesn't know if he should say in LA. And I was like,
he had a pros and cons list.
I thought you couldn't see. She could see for that.
I can see. I can't remember stuff. I remember that.
we was like, and then at one point he was like, and I was like, it ain't that deep, girl. Like,
what's going on like this?
Like,
I can't see. Like when I did to you, I wasn't finished that page.
Like,
but yeah, I think that helped. Finishing my first book of the year so early helped me feel like, okay, I could already cross off something on my book bingo. So I'm gonna try to clear the board, and we'll see. Yeah.
Yo, the book thing, I feel like in the past I would have been hard on myself about like reading so little, but then I realized like one thing, like one of my goals I forgot about until just now is like that last minute stuff. I really want to stop, and I really like did a good job of that when we were leaving for St. Louis, because I had 2 advent calendars going on at the same time. My kids had concerts. I think my kids had 3 concerts before we left. I wanted to do my hair. I wanted to do all of these things. I'm like, okay, how can I sacrifice comfort now so it's not Wednesday night and I'm panicking doing everything last minute? And I love the way they felt. And then I realized there was something that was still ended up being a little bit last minute. But yeah, one of my advent calendars for Katie Makes It Vegan, I had to do in St. Louis because I did not have time to film another thing. And I was like about to be like hard on myself, but I'm like, I live a busy life. That's just like the reality of it. And some stuff is just not finna be like, I remember one year, like Lovey Ajayi read 5 books. She's like, because that's what I can do. And it's like, I'm not Lovey. I don't got all these public speaking events, but I'm like, I'm balancing like 4 or 5 things, like big picture things, like, because I can't say that because.
Remember our audit?
Oh, I let that go. I can't say that because my boss be listening to this sometimes, but like I got that, and then I go and I teach like 12 hours after work, and I have a vegan page, and I have what you're listening to and everything that comes with that.
Yeah, the Patreon live stream.
Like, and I do viola stuff, and I have friends. I'm trying to cultivate friendships. Don't ask about a nigga I forgot about. But that was a thing when
cultivating friendships. The remainder of the show.
Don't ask about the nigga I forgot about when I had that. That was a thing. So it was like, I just do a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And like some stuff is going to be last minute. And I had to just be, okay, that's stuff I can do to help that. Like what I did, I'm like planning out. I'm like, what is the day I can do for two? What can I cook 2 recipes in one day? What do I have the capacity for? But it's like, some stuff's going to be last minute. Some weeks, some years, I'm going to read 2 books. Maybe this year I'll read more. But it's like, that's what I got. That's all I had in me. And I think also what paralyzed me is I'm in the middle of 7 books. So once I wrap those books up, I would never, ever, 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 ever do that again. But stuff be sounding good. I'll be like, let me see.
I put it on my, do you track in the app?
Monica told me about, is it Storygraph, the black owned one?
Yeah, I use Storygraph.
But I don't like digital stuff. I don't know. I track my books, the books I read in my everything journal.
I just started a new journal. You know what I mean? It's probably my 20th journal. I have a journal for everything.
I don't know how you do that. I have some stuff. I have 7 journals right now, I think.
I just started a literary analysis journal because.
No, I meant that genuinely. It sounded sorry. I realized how it sounded after. I really meant like.
And it's not like a reading, because you know some people have a reading journal where they just track like what they're reading, they do their star rating. I did a star rating for my first book, whatever, but it's really like to strengthen my analysis skills in general, because I just be feeling, part of it is my phone is frying my brain, but like part of it is just like I'm not exercising my critical thinking part of my brain as much as I would want to. I still do, because like, you know, I might read the news or something like that, but like,
oh wait, I shouldn't say
I just mean like, even if it's not like the news, like I might read like, I don't know, an article in the Times or something like that, like so it's not like I'm not engaging with anything critically, but like for the analysis stuff, like I don't want to do, now that I'm starting to talk about like shows and stuff like that, I just want to feel like I'm bringing something new and thoughtful to the conversation. I don't want to be like, it was good, like with some stuff I'm feeling like that's all I gotta say, it was good, but like so it's just to kind of like try to do that for the books that I'm reading. Why I bring that up?
Because I said I only read 2 books. I said,
oh, we talking about Storygraph. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I only use Storygraph to track my TBR, because I have saved folders on Pinterest, Instagram, and TikTok, and also screenshots of books that I've seen. But like, if I really like, I don't want to forget about this book, I'll go just put it in Storygraph. So I have 53 books on my TBR in Storygraph. So, and that's just the ones that I added there. The ones that I'm like, I'm going to forget where I saw this if I don't put it in here. So I do that, and I do it to track my like every time I finish reading, I put how many pages I read in there, because it'll tell you. And at the end of the year, it does give you stats like how fast you read books, like what was it, how many like fast paced, slow paced. They give you the mood breakdown of the stuff that you read and stuff like that. But yeah,
maybe I try that. I think my goal this year, I said, was like 4 books. Maybe it might be 12. Knowing me, it might be 12. I wrote it down in my goal journal, but whatever it is, I'm like, I think I've let go of that, because I'm like, I want to be learned. Even the books don't be learning me nothing. Okay, but I don't really feel bad about that either. Like, I want a book. That's why I talked about it earlier last year. Like, no tea to the goat, but that I was gonna say the bluest side. What we read, jazz, brought back feelings of why I hated reading in high school. So like, I always want reading to feel leisurely. I feel like I can balance it a little bit more. Like that's why I started reading Beloved. I'm gonna have to start again, because I only got like 3 pages in, which means I forgot what she was talking about. She probably forgot what she was talking about too. But I do want to see if I can incorporate some more stuff. So it's like whatever, but like, I'm just doing the best I can. Like, honestly, I'm just trying to balance everything and also make sure I'm having a good time.
And also like, people like, I know fiction, I mean, there are people that have the thought of like, they always got to read a self-help book or like a whatever, or like they don't see the value in fiction. But the dumbest nigga, like insane. But to your point about we was talking about the, like, I'm guessing you talk about like the romance stuff, and you like
Nikki was like, I can't say what she said. She's like, Katie, I was reading the book that they be.
But also,
I'm
like
they don't do that in Harry Potter, girl.
You might learn stuff about yourself. Like, there's a story in that book, The Secret Lives of Church Ladies, which I read in 2024. It was the best book I read in 2024. And there's a story in there. I read that story. I've read it maybe 2 or 3 times since I read it the first time. That's just to feel something. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it just be like that. And also, like, because I also, like, really relate to it. And it's kind of romance. I can't really say that word, but and
mind you just said it like 30 seconds ago.
But I just love that story. Oh my God, my back of my eyes getting so tight right now. It's just so whatever. And then I had a moment last night. I'm rereading Twilight, which I was supposed to do at the end of last year. Didn't, whatever. I'm doing it now. And I had a moment because so far I was like, I knew I was gonna feel whatever because it's YA. I know it's not a super like, but I just didn't know how I was gonna feel because I haven't read them since middle school. But I know the story so much that it was like very much like line by. It was like by the book to the movie, like so far. And then I read a sentence that I'm like, I remember reading this when I was a kid because it was a scene that's not in the movie. So that means I haven't, because I've seen the movies millions of times. I have never read the books this is my second time ever reading the books. So I haven't read them since then. So I'm like, I remember this. And I didn't think like, so it's just like those moments that's just like, reading is so tea.
Reading is tea. And also I feel like better about myself when I'm not like death by 1,000 scrolls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I think overall I still feel like it's my phone and like, it's be a long day and I just want to like have a scroll. I would never feel bad about that. And to my knowledge, it doesn't affect my sleep because my sleep naturally cycles every I don't know 8 weeks. I'm doing something new. Right now it's my favorite type because I go to bed at 10. I wake up at 6. I feel so arrested. And I'm taking advantage of it while it lasts because it will not last. Then I'll be back to going to bed at 12 and wake up at 5. Going to bed at 12 and waking up at 3 and then going to bed at 5 and waking up at 7. Like, I don't know. But we'll see. I'll be cool with doubling what I did last year. Just 4. Actually, I will feel really good about just finishing the books that I'm halfway through and not starting nothing else. But I started with Beloved, now it's 9 books. Why am I doing that? I had to look up what happened in Harry Potter before I got to chapter 22. Because I started to forget. I'm like, so who's the prisoner of Azkaban and what's going on with him? And why they mad at him? Something about a cave they running through and a tree of life or death. I don't know. So I had to look that up and I'm like, this is a problem. Especially because it's just like, it's this much left. I'm almost done with the book. They figured out the little mouse is the warlock or whatever. See, I don't even know.
I put a limit on mine. I usually do no more than 3 at a time. And that's like a push it, like 2. But I don't put too much limits. Like I never put an amount that I want to read. Now there kind of is one this year because I know I want to clear the bingo board, so there is a number attached to that. But if it don't happen, it don't happen. I never put like how many I want to read because last year I tried to be too strict with it, and that's why I ended up barely reading nothing. I finished my first book of the year in March, and then I read that one because I had to, you know. And so then towards the end of the year, I started to get more into it. But last year I was like, I gotta read this, and that for Black History Month, and then after that was Women's History Month, so I gotta read this, and it's just like, oh. Anyway, 2026 goals. You said you charted yours?
Yeah, but I'm doing it differently this year. I don't even think I have overall goals for the year. Oh, no, I do. I did a goal dump. Like whatever came to my mind from like December 1st until my first day of the year, which was January 5th. Because I realized if I go straight into everything, I canceled our meeting earlier today. I canceled the meeting with Amari, and I didn't go to my writing group. I can't do too much stuff. Like I already taught my first lesson of the year. Okay, cool. Doing the first podcast of the year. Cool. I need to ease into it because if it's too much all at once, I don't know. I just get really, really overwhelmed. So on Monday, I did whatever was in my notes app that I dumped. I put it in. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say that I can't do all of these things, even though I had to sit down with Aurora back in September. And she was like, yeah, so. And I'm like, you don't get it. And I took the goals. I'm like, what do I want to do in the first quarter? And I think it's like 12 things. and then we'll go from there. We'll adjust from there. And I think that's gonna work best for me going forward, because I feel like I'm so scatterbrained. I always have an idea and I'm like, I gotta do that now, because Kevin on Stage said the time between idea and fruition be too long for y'all. But it's like it just overwhelms me. So Kevin on Stage is also a little bit different, because that man's a machine. But also his video style is different. Like, I gotta cook something. So I'm like, if I get the idea, I can't be in the middle of a meeting like, I'm going to bounce right now.
Yeah, and you gotta go to the grocery store. You gotta plan stuff around food. Food don't stay good forever. Like, it's just a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, but my first goal, one that I had to be honest with myself that I don't mind sharing and that I've been instituting is I waste too much time.
You think so?
I waste too much.
You know your life better than I do.
And maybe I don't
clearly.
Know.
I feel like what you be doing.
I feel like quarterly is something I do to piss off Dalanie, that she's just gonna keep saying saying.
I'll be a stranger in my own home.
Like, did I really never mention that? And I've been talking to so many different people, so it's like, did you I didn't tell you that?
Huh?
You sure I didn't tell you that?
I'm positive. I talk to much less people than you do. So I will remember.
Not much less, no.
Yes. You answer, dude. I'm like, who is that now?
I waste too much time. Like, let me give you a walk through my morning. I get up in the morning.
Yeah, I gotta hear this.
I get up in the morning. First thing I do, I try to have some discipline. I read my Bible. That's very important to me. And then, because it's like, somebody gonna piss me off today, and I want to see, like, maybe today's a day that, like, I can actually regulate my emotions. That's another goal of mine that I don't mind sharing. That
you said what?
People had too much control of my emotions. So I've been working on that. Anyway, I get up in the morning. I read my Bible. I scroll on TikTok. Oh, wait. Who's listening to this? This is a Saturday morning based on who you are. It's a Saturday. This is a Saturday morning. I get up and I scroll on TikTok for 2 hours. And I'll be like, okay, let's see if anybody has said anything to me. Then I do my Saturday morning work. And then I'm like, okay, time for my cup of coffee. And then I have to scroll on TikTok while I do drink my coffee. Of course, drinking my coffee takes 45 minutes. So I've now wasted 3 hours during the time of which that I'm the most productive. I am the most productive in the morning.
Wait, start over?
Yeah. So I'll wake up at like 7. I read my Bible. That takes and do my thing. That's like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Then I scroll on TikTok for like an hour and a half.
Then the wrong person. I'm like, I don't know what's the problem.
Then I'll check in, make sure whatever, and then I'll do my tasks if I have tasks. And then it's okay. It's time for breakfast, because I'm a huge breakfast person. It's time for breakfast and my morning coffee. That takes an hour. I gotta scroll on TikTok. I gotta see what Sefa doing. I gotta see what's going on with Nick Francisca in Nigeria. What's she up to today? Now that's another hour. So I've always been a morning person. I feel most productive in the morning. My brain starts to shut down around 6 o'clock. Like, I start to get tired, like, because I've been up since 7. So I've now wasted 3 hours of my most productive time of the day. And so when I feel overwhelmed, there's a myriad of reasons why I feel overwhelmed. I got too much on my plate. I feel the pressure of wanting to pivot careers. I feel there's a reason for me to be overwhelmed. But then also, like, I have a script deadline and a fellowship deadline, and we got a film class black, and I got to teach a lesson and whatever, and I got to do all of this in 3 hours. Or I could have just not wasted. I wasted time. I waste time, and I have to be honest. About the fact that I waste time. If I have been doing a task for too long, I reach for my phone and I scroll for 10 minutes. So if I'm doing that 5 times with over the course of 3 hours, I've already wasted an hour. Mm-hmm. So that's another hour that I've wasted. So, and I was being honest, I'm getting stuff done. I'm turning stuff in. Sometimes it doesn't feel good. Sometimes I let a deadline pass because I don't have the script. I don't have the whatever. And then I'm like, then you're mad about not getting stuff, but I'm keeping, like, I feel like for every 10 deadlines that I have, I miss 2 of them. Mm-hmm. Because I get, like, overwhelmed, so I don't turn it in. And I'm like, I'm not being honest with myself about the fact that I'm wasting time. So my thing that I've been instituting since Monday, and part of it is spiritual, which I won't talk about because that's not even me being like, I'm not gonna talk about it. I just don't like sharing my spiritual journey in that way. But like, I cannot go on social media before 12 o'clock at all. For the first quarter, just to see how it affects my productivity, because I'm squandering the most productive part of my day at nighttime. And also what I found out Monday and yesterday is I don't even want to be, I'm not really, I go like this and I'm like, okay, well, that's good news. I get bored of it. So I'm like, okay, great. That's good news. I can scroll at night all I want, but it's like I'm squandering the most productive part of my day. And I have to be honest about that. I wasn't being honest about, because now I'm up against my job. I have to teach. And now a lot of times when I'm done teaching, I get back, it's 8 o'clock. And my body is shutting down. I've been up for 11 hours. So it's like, and then by the time I eat, and that slows me down even more because now I'm full. And then I'm in the bed lying to myself that I can write in the bed, and I'm like this, and I lay down. And so, and I'm knocked out by it, and I scroll for an hour, and I'm going to bed at 11 just to get up and waste time getting up tomorrow. It's like, I wasn't being honest. I'm wasting too much time. So I'm going to try this and see how, and it's been a couple days at work, so I haven't even gotten as much done as I thought I would, but it will even out. But yeah, just being honest about the fact that I'm wasting time.
I was gonna ask, not to be whatever, but do you think it would be a waste of time if it was that, but at the end of the day, not during your most productive?
No, because if I was just aimlessly scrolling at 8 p.m. knowing that I'm already getting tired, then no. I don't know. A lot of times, like, I will lock in if I have to. A lot of times, like, I even put something on my calendar when I was talking about systems earlier. Like, I have an office hour. I teach orchestra until 7:30 on Friday nights, and I'm not gonna go home after. I'm gonna go to, and I'm not productive at night, but I have office hours, not every week, but some weeks, to like get stuff done, because sometimes I have to do stuff at night. But like, if I would feel way better about squandering 3 hours at night, knowing that like my brain's already starting to shut down anyway, than doing it like when I feel the most refreshed.
That's what I was gonna say, because I was like, that don't sound like wasting time to me. That just sounds like it's happening at the wrong time.
I see.
You know, like, especially because I was looking at like I said, you know your life, but I was looking at you like, girl, I don't think you realize like it's not like, because I get it, because I look at certain times that it's like I could be doing this and that, but it's like looking at certain open times as a time that you could be doing something. Sometimes you really can't, because it's gonna take it from somewhere else in your schedule. But like you said, it's like the timing of it,
the energy. I just don't have energy. You don't have it's 5 o'clock. I'm already like, I really could just go lay down right now. Like, luckily the thing I'm applying for, they took my money already. They either pay for I've never seen it before. You have to pay for the application before they send you it. I'm like, I'm straight. So I'm like, I'm only $40 fucking little dollars. Like, I really could go lay down. This is how I'm wired. Like, I'm ready to like make my little dinner, get my little show, scroll on TikTok. Yeah. So I think the more and I remember the reason why I'm calling it like so harshly about wasting time. I remember like I had this teacher when she put Eastman on the table, because I was not thinking about going to Eastman. I was like, girl, please be serious. And she was not going to say it outright, but she talked about me wasting time, because there was a chair outside of my Viola Studios, this green little rolly chair outside of Kate's office. And I'll be sitting on that chair. I'm laughing. I'm eating my lunch. I'm talking to my friends. I'm on Facebook, because that's what it was back then, y'all. I'm on Facebook. I'm having the time of my life. And she would just be, because Kate was on maternity leave, and she would just be walking past. And so when she said Eastman, I said, okay, we got to start. So I start doing my day, and I start practicing at 12, because my music building, they probably changed it now for safety reasons, but there was the building wasn't locked at no time of the day. So I would practice from 12 to 4 a.m. I would practice from 12 to 4 a.m., go home, sleep for a couple hours. And shout out to Eileen, snitched on me. She was like, Katie's like at the practice room until like 6 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever. And she was like, you could be using your time more wisely during the day. You're over here laughing, having a good time at 1 p.m., Why don't you practice for 45 minutes?
My friend's not up at 12 for us to be
Like,
laughing at Kiki.
I was having a good old time. I was like, that scene from the Cheetah Girls where she was like, and I was like, Jackal, like that little montage when they was in the cafeteria. That's how I was in that hallway, just having a time. I'm gonna eat my lunch, like okay. And so I thought about that when I was going into this year, about like, where am I not being honest about how I could be using my time more, you know? That's what I worry about. Like, if I could just flip it a little bit more, so that I'm not feeling like, because I'm not feeling like I'm not getting enough done. That's where. So that's my biggest thing. I just want to stop wasting time.
My first one, I haven't done my full, like, I'm sitting down, pen and paper, whatever, but I have, stuff I think about. My first one, I'm gonna do a repeat, is the screen time. I gotta put my foot down about that. I don't have a number. Maybe I will. I don't like really looking at that number. They be reminding me on Sunday. I'll be like, hang up on you.
I don't even have that on my thing because I know I use my phone a lot. So it's like, I just don't need you. It's my stuff.
And I'm finna do I'm for the third time starting that book, How to Break Up with Your Phone, which I got as a recommendation from Crystal a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, I remember when
that.
she talked about that.
Yeah, so I'm finna do that for real. I might even make a video out of it, but
the irony.
Okay, but that's like, that goes feeds into my other goals. It's gonna go on my YouTube. Like,
yeah.
But yeah.
What was I finna say about the screen time thing? I just focus on realistic what we do.
But that's the thing. It's like, I want my screen time to be like, it's the amount that I spend doing the other stuff.
I don't understand what you be meaning by this, because you be doing stuff. How are you on your phone? So, like, what?
And it's crazy that you think I be doing stuff, but then you be, I need to stop wasting time. That's what I was gonna say. I was looking at you. I'm like, I don't think you like. I genuinely look at Katie and like, I don't understand how you do that.
That's crazy. I just be like, another day of doing nothing.
Like I do not understand. Like, as somebody who also does a lot of stuff, I don't understand. So
I just be like, wow, another day of doing absolutely nothing at all.
Some people go to work and they go home.
Wow, clap for you.
And some people got kids, and some people this and that. But like, some people just, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, like, there's some people, whatever. And yeah, as somebody who made 487 TikToks last year, I look at you and I'm like, how is she doing that?
That's what I'm saying. You did that, but you on your phone? Wouldn't you be on your phone?
I'll be on my phone. And also, that's another thing, because one of my friends, I told him, he was like, how is that possible?
What is the number?
And I'm not telling you. I'm actually, even in my video, I'm not admitting it. Because according to the checklist,
how is that possible though? Like,
that's what I was gonna say. I don't sleep
at all.
It depends, and I need to clean it up because the Australian Open's about to happen. I already know, and I'm finna do a thing about that. Like, my routine as an American who insists on watching the Australian Open live, because like, when the Australian Open comes around, I'm up through the entire night. They're completely the opposite.
I don't know how you do that. Like, my brain will start
and I just start whatever, and I'm like, I gotta really nip that in the bud, especially before I start to get older. I know I'm gonna start feeling it more. Like, I used to, and sometimes your body put you to sleep. There was a day, when was that? I think it might have been when we got back from St. Louis, where I was asleep for like 16 hours. And that's why I lost the day too, because it was like, my body was like, yeah, so
that's so fascinating, because like, not to be in your business, but like, we both went to our hotel rooms and I went to sleep and you did not.
Oh yeah, I didn't go. Oh yeah, so I lost a lot of sleep, and they
was working us. How did you do that?
One night I got into a conversation that was like, sometimes you get into a conversation that's like, this is the time for the conversation, but sometimes like, I was already on a bad schedule. I was going to sleep at like 5 o'clock in the morning. The other day I went to sleep at 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, yeah, sometimes I just be whatever. That's really where a lot of it comes from, the late night hours. And that's because also I'm a night person. So, I mean, to your point, I got to shift if I want to start doing some stuff early in the day, but also I just feel like at night, everything is just, the world is asleep. And it just feels like whatever, but yeah, I got to be on my, what I was going to say is I want to cut out the time that I'm wasting doing other stuff. Because, like, I know I'm going to have to be on my phone for the content stuff. And I do need to stay in the mix, see what's trending, all that type of stuff. But there's just way too much of the checking and whatever. And part of that is the constant checking. if my video gets 3 views, I saw it 3 views ago and I saw it right now. Like I'm just like, you know, I'm just around too much. And that also kind of feeds the feeling also of like feeling stagnant, because you not like, if I'm off my phone for hours, I can sign in and it's like, oh, I got 50 likes. But if I'm on my phone all day, it's like I got 1 like. Yeah. I got 2 more likes. And it feels like nothing, you know? So that's not really a reason that contributes to this, but it's just an observation. Like, yeah, the screen time.
Yeah, well, tell me what the number is.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. According to the quiz in that book, I need psychological help.
Sorry.
According to I need to go talk to that lady. That's what it said.
There's no way that's true though. How can they say that? Based off of like, that's not fair.
To be fair, a lot of people will fall into the category. Like reading the quiz, I'm like, oh, a lot more people will fall into this than you would think.
I didn't take that quiz. I'm curious.
Maybe I'll take a picture. I'll send this to you.
Because I am on my phone a lot. I'm not gonna lie that I'm not on my phone a lot. But I've just been trying to like actively like, I cannot do this until noon because I'm like, I just want to get more done.
Well,
what number is that?
That was 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Number 2. Oh, I want to build more community. I had a good time doing that last year, so I want to keep trying that. That's been fun. And it's also a muscle to exercise. Like, I was telling Aurora, I noticed that like going to an event, the last event I went to, I didn't feel nervous and overwhelmed. I just like went and I just no expectation, just wanted to like, if I meet someone cool, if I don't, I did. So it's like, I feel good about that. More community.
Period. My second goal was actually something I don't know if I think I came up with it later in the year last year, and it's whatever. But was to publish fiction writing in some form this year. Ooh. So, it could be a short story, it could be a literary journal, could be a fan fiction. But we'll see.
That's cute. I like that.
Because fiction writing it's just so nerve-wracking. And the last time I published fiction writing, I placed in a writing competition. It was in high school.
Oh, shoot.
And I only put it because my English teacher was like, you should try to get this published. And I was like, and fiction just be so, because like I'm just so like, what's the rules, what we doing, like whatever. And it's like nonfiction is like, I research, here's my thing, like this is what happened. And obviously there's some variation of that, but like fiction just so like, it could be anything. I just gotta come up with it. Like, it's just too.
That's all tea.
I'm a Libra, so I'm like, but I'm just but we'll see. Last one.
My last one is I want to shoot a short. That one I don't mind putting it out there because I want to shoot a short. Oh, this is the Class Music Podcast. A short is 20 minutes or less of a story.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
A film?
Because a lot of people use shorts as proof of concept sometimes.
I heard a short is 50 minutes or less.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 20 minutes or less.
But it also could be different for, I don't know, fiction, nonfiction. I don't know. Like what a documentary short is. I don't know. But, okay. Need an AD?
Yep.
Period. My last one, I always have like one overarching kind of nebulous one, and that a lot of the other ones kind of fit under, which is to strengthen my relationship with my future self. This is, it kind of like is the other side to the key promises to myself one from last year, but not to get dark, but like when you go through the whole I don't want to be here anymore thing, what I've observed is that like you don't do things that benefit your future self because she doesn't exist to you. So I think like that is behind a lot of the procrastination, the not taking care of stuff, just knowing what I'm supposed to be doing and not doing it, whatever. It's because like I know that, like how you was talking about how can I be uncomfortable now to make it easier later? It's like, no, I'm always about how can I do the least right now, whatever, because you don't care about what happens to you later. So, and I've just noticed, like, I just don't have that relationship to care about making life easier for myself in the future. So that's like one of my biggest things is to like really like be able to visualize like yourself at the other side of all your goals and stuff like that, because if you don't have that, if you don't, it messes with your like how much you believe that it can happen and stuff like that. So it's like a very specific way to like frame it, but I feel like that's really like at the root, because like I feel like if you ask me, do I believe I could achieve all these things, like yeah, I do, if I really put my mind to it and all that sort of thing. But it's because I don't have that relationship that it's not allowing me to develop the discipline that I need to do it. So yep. Was that the last one overall? You did 3?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
let us know your goals. What are your goals? You probably like, well, my goal was to learn down one, so I don't know if I'm on the right podcast.
Listen to more. You have a goal to catch up on Classically Black.
Yep. What episode is it? Are we in the 400 yet?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think we're close.
Though.
Are we?
Are we in the 380s or 360s?
I thought we were in the 320s.
Oh. I've got to the point where I have to look at the last one uploaded.
I have no idea what we.
This one, oh, it doesn't have the number on it. Never mind.
Or 330s?
Yeah, somewhere. No, we reached 350. We definitely reached 350.
Oh, there we go.
We did. I think 350 was like one of the last episodes of the year where I have YouTube, but this is my personal, so I'm subscribed to too many niggas. People. Whoops. Forgot where I am. But yeah, we definitely hit 350. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So you have this one and 349 more.
Exactly.
Anyway, this has been great. We'll check in 2027.
All right. And I'm not gonna remember. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this episode in 2027. It's fine.
I feel like I try to be open. Like, how my goals gonna change throughout the year.
Yeah. So anyway,
we'll see.
Thanks for listening.
Talk to you later. Oh, we have an outro. Thanks so much for listening to Classically Black Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Classically Black Podcast. Join the Ebony Tower. That's patreon.com/Classically Black Podcast. Thanks for listening, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.